Right, here we go. Hey guys, what's up? It's the first time I've ever done one of these things, but I wanted to give it a go. And basically, just going to let you know what I've been doing over the last week and what the plan is for the next video for Battles of the Ancients. And don't worry, they're going to be coming thick and fast from now on. I can assure you that. So, this week's been pretty insane. As you can probably tell, I work for a company called History Hit TV, which we want to be the new Netflix of history. Really, it's an online history channel. Look it up, History Hit TV. Just type it into your Google boxes. You will love it, I assure you. And there is a lot. I can assure you, there is a lot of ancient Roman and ancient Greek stuff there, which will be fantastic. I can assure you that. Now, so far this week I have been down in a city called Exeter, which is in the southwest of England. I wanted to talk about Exeter because we're on tour at the moment. We're visiting all these places in southwest England, and we're doing a lot of filming. But one of the fascinating things about the city of Exeter is it has history spanning from the time of the Roman invasion of Britain all the way to modern day. And you know me, I'm an ancient historian, so I absolutely love learning more about ancient Rome in Britain. Now, Exeter, it used to be a fort. And have a look up where Exeter is. Right, it's right in the southwest of England, right in that little toe bit. Everyone forgets about it, but it was like Cornwall and Devon and that area. And it's one of the far edges of the Roman Empire. Now, Exeter, it used to be a Roman fort called Isca. It was Isca Dumnonorium, something like that. Dumnonium. Isca Dumnonium. And it was called Isca Dumnonium because of the local Celtic tribe that lived in that region of Britain, and they were called the Dumnoni. Now, the Dumnoni unfortunately don't have any records on the Dumnoni, but they were a ferocious tribe, and they caused the Romans a lot of trouble, it's no doubt. And so much so that the Romans made Exeter, Isca Dumnorium, they turned it into a legionary fortress. And there was a legion stationed there for much of the time that the Romans were stationed in Britain. Now, one of the most famous events during the Roman occupation of Britain happened in 61 AD, which was when Boudica had a famous revolt and she burned down 3 Roman towns to the ground. And she wreaked havoc. And she was so close to actually expelling the whole of the Roman presence in Britain completely out of the island. But she was ultimately defeated. However, during the revolt, there was one Roman legion stationed in Exeter, and I think it was the 2nd Legion. And the story goes that after Boudica had wiped out the 9th Legion near a Roman city called Camulodunum near London, the legate, the person in charge of the 2nd Legion in Exeter, he heard news of this, and he was ordered by the Roman governor another senior Roman commander in Britain, a guy called Suetonius Paulinus, to march his legion from Exeter and join up with him so they can face Boudica together. But the legate of the 2nd Legion, he's so scared of Boudica, he's heard of the destruction of the 9th Legion, that he refused to go. He refused to join with Paulinus, and he was afraid. He got scared. And so his legion, his 2nd Legion, they stayed at Exeter whilst Boudica ran riot through Roman Britain. Now, unfortunately for him, Suetonius Paulinus was still able to defeat Boudica. But he won a pitched battle. We don't know exactly where, and it was actually quite a decisive victory in the end. But it could have been so different. And to think that this one legion, it didn't go with Paulinus. It broke its faith, and so much so that when Paulinus did beat Boudica, the legate of the 2nd Legion, he was so ashamed that he took out his sword and he killed himself. He killed himself. Such was his shame at the fact that he did not side. Well, he did not join his forces to defeat Boudica. So that's one fascinating thing about Exeter and its history as a Roman legionary fortress. First time I'd ever been to Exeter, absolutely love it. We're now in Worthing, where Dan Snow, the person I'm touring with, who is doing the show, very famous British historian, he is now doing his tour. I'm waiting outside to sell some merchandise, and also once again I'll talk to you guys about History Hit TV. This is the channel that I'm working for. This is what I work for. So have a type on that on Google and have a look what it is. We aim for it to be the Netflix of history, so we'd love to have as many of you there as possible. Now, on to Battles of the Ancients and the plans for Battles of the Ancients. The next video is to be out next Sunday. And it's another favourite topic of mine. It's on one of these ancient Greek kingdoms on the far edges of the known world. Now, there are quite a few of these, and these are the kings I find the most fascinating, the ones, on the edges of what they thought was the known world. And there are quite a few, whether it be in Afghanistan, whether it be in Crimea, whether it be in Libya, or whether it be in, southern France or eastern Spain. So have a think to yourselves, think which of those kingdoms I'm going to be talking about in our next video. So I just want to give you, in my next video, so I just want to give you an update about when the next Battles of the Ancients video is coming up and what has been happening the last week. And let me know your thoughts about this, and I will probably do another one soon. But it was good to see some people enjoying this. Anyways, until the next one, goodbye. If I can